All right, so we're going to do problems 9 through 12 on this review page. Let me get my pen here. And so we're going to start with just thinking about what this is. It says, given the diagram below, G is a circumcenter of triangle ABC. So it's a circumcenter. Circumcenter implies what? Yeah, perpendicular bisectors, right? So that means that we have a perpendicular bisector here, which bisecting this side, and it's perpendicular. Perpendicular bisector here, bisecting this side as well, and perpendicular bisector here, and so dividing this side evenly and 90-degree angle. We also know that a circumcenter is equidistant from each of the vertices. That's the corners of the triangle, right? So that means that from the circumcenter to the corner of the triangle, these are all the same as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and oh, not that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so those are all the same. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers it gives me. First, it gives me DC is 16. So if I go in here and I go DC is right here. It's 16. So since it's divided, perpendicular bisector, it means this is also 16. GB is 21. So GB right here is 21. So this line is 21, which means all the other ones from the circumcenter to the vertex is also 21. So that's 21, and this line here is also 21. And then AF is 19, and AF is right here, 19, which means this side is also 19. Now we can go and try to answer some of these questions, okay? So we start off with AG. AG equals, and if we look over here, it's labeled 21. BC, okay, BC, notice BC is this whole side, so 16 and 16 together makes 32. Now we have to work on GF. And we go over here and we go GF. Now GF we don't have any measurement for, so anytime you have a line that you don't have a measurement for, that's when you're going to start looking for a right triangle, okay? So I'm going to look at this right triangle right here, okay? So I'm going to fill it in yellow. So this right triangle right here. Now if I'm looking at this right triangle, notice I've got a side here, I've got this side here that's 21, and I've got my unknown FG I'm trying to find, okay? Put an X right there. So this FG right here I'm trying to find, notice the right angle points to the hypotenuse. So the 21 is the hypotenuse of this right triangle. So if I set up the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, the c is the hypotenuse. So in this case, the 21 is what goes over here by itself. The a and the b are the two legs, in this case the x and the 19. It doesn't matter the order, I'm just going to put the x first and then the 19. Okay, so now we need to do 19 squared. So we go 19x squared button equals 361. 21 squared, I actually remember this one is 441. I always remember it because 12 squared is 144. 21 squared is 441. I think that's interesting. All right, and so then we can subtract 361 from both sides. And we get x squared equals, now 441 minus 361 is 80. Now to get this right here, we do the square root of both sides. And so x is the square root of 80. So we do second key, x squared, 80. And it comes out to 8.944. So if we round it, it'd be 8.9. Okay, now let's find DG. So now we're going to go here to find DG. DG is right here. So again, we have to do another right triangle. And so I'm going to fill in a triangle here. I use yellow again. So I could use either one of these. I'm going to use the one on this side. Okay, so let me fill it in here so you can see it. So this triangle right here, okay? And so we've got our right angle, which means this is the hypotenuse again. The 21 is the hypotenuse. And then the legs are 16, and this one I'm trying to find, I'll make it x. So those are the legs, the x and the 16. Doesn't matter the order over here. Okay. All right, so x squared plus and 16 squared is 256. equals 441. Subtract 256 from both sides. And we get x squared equals 441 minus 256 is 185. And square root both sides, square root of 185. So it's the second key, the x squared key to get the square root. And then 185 equals, and I get 13.6. 13.60, which is just 13.6. All right, and that's how you do problems number 9 through 12.